when did you guys, you know what I'm saying, first get connected with Ice Cube? Like, did you know him? Did you go to school with him, or how long did y'all know him?
I mean, we all, I basically, man, we going back. I basically transpired with fucking with Cube through really just seeing him. I used to be in a lot of DJ competitions and clown and get out and do all that. And then with my homeboy Threi Ski, clowning and doing stuff, he connected basically with Jinx, and he plugged me up with Jinx, and we kept doing that. Now, I used to see Cube at certain little clubs and certain little shit and just certain little areas, and like, L.A. is L.A. We all getting down. He rapping, I'm DJing, we just doing all that and just getting down and doing what we're doing. So, of course, everybody's going to see everybody, and everybody's going to run into everybody. So it just happens that was the situation, and we plugged up, me and Jinx chopped it up. We went from there, and then he basically connected me back with Cube again, me seeing him again, and like, okay, well, we starting this group and we doing this called, you know, the Lynch Mob, and we doing what we doing. So I'm like, you gonna be down with it? So I'm like, oh, shit, hell, fuck it, shit, let's do this shit. Let's do it. You're like, nigga, shit, I'm leaving N.W.A. in this situation. This is how, you know, I'm not happy. This is how we're gonna get out. We're gonna do what we're gonna do, and shit, that was that. Took off, and shit, we started bringing in certain members.
Yeah.
My story is,
so this
my
89, roughly.
Yeah, so I mean, really before that, like 88 coming into it and establishing and connecting to make all that. Like, just like when you wrote to Express Yourself and wrote all that stuff and kept that moving.
Yeah.
With me, it's a little different. I'm from L.A., but I was in and out, and Moms had took us down to Zona to lay back because it was getting too hot. And you got to go back to 87, 88. Niggas was getting knocked off left and right. You know what I'm saying? So I'm in the hood. I'm all over the place. She's like, look, before you get knocked off, I'm going to get you out of this. So she took us to Zona to lay back with Grams. Well, I'm rapping, but I'm also into the dirt. I'm doing my thing, you know what I'm saying? I shouldn't be, but all my uncles was, so you're never going to escape it if you're from the city, and it's all in your family. So anyway, I get to Zona, and I'm rapping. I hook up with this cat named Phil, and, you know, he cool. He's like, hey, man, I see you rapping. You're doing your thing. This is, again, 87, 88, you know what I'm saying? So I hooked up with this other cat named Wax Dog. He produced C.C. Peniston. But anyway, this is before that. So we all young, wild. We going back and forth to L.A., you know, going to the house, seeing my peoples and stuff. And I get back here and get back to Zona, and my man say, hey, man, you know, Cube is out here. And I'm like, Dope Man? He's like, yeah, Dope Man. Well, we on the other side with the real Dope Man, and he's on the other side in school. And so my man hit me. He like, you know what? Y'all gonna go up here to do this show. Did this show at this spot called Confetti's. And, you know, we all young, wild. We just having fun. And we had these cats that, you know, that was a money time all around L.A., Zona, Vegas, New Mexico, wherever. If you was in the game at all, and I mean the hustle game, you was running the Spade, all that. If you look on my Facebook, you would see Spade. I'm knowing Spade way back for real, the real Spade. You know, I ain't gonna get in, but the real Spade. So we doing what we do, and we run in the Cube at one of the little clubs in Zona, and he like, man, nigga, y'all doing your thing, and I'm like, yeah. So he like, nigga, you from the city? I'm like, yeah. So we chit chatted and all that. And I said, nigga, come to the little store we got, and you know, nigga, holler at everybody, nigga, you know, nigga, you family, nigga, you from the house. So he hooked up with me and my man who's doing things, and boom, you know what I'm saying. The next thing I know, he like, we over there, we all the time locked up. So while he's going through the thing, he was at ITT, but while he going through the thing, like Chill said, with Eazy, me and him roommates. You know, we ended up being roommates. He, you know, like, nigga, you from the city, I'm from the city. I'm in and out with Dre and them. You over here fucking with this music show. You know what, nigga, it is what it is. We got us a little spot together with my man spots, and he in and out in L.A. doing his thing all over the country. I'm around here doing shit all over, you know, and so we end up going to Rap Mania, which this is that big ad, you know, with all the East and the West. So anyway, we about to do the Rap Mania thing. Somebody plugged me in. You know, at the time we was unsigned with Group D30 Ice. So we was unsigned. All the homies was going to be there, Ice-T, everybody, King T from the West. So they like, hey, nigga, you want to be on this? You unsigned? We ain't going to give you as much as we giving them, but we're going to give you something, and you'll be on this thing. It's going to be in history forever, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, all right, fuck it, let's get on it. So we on there. We did our little thing, D30 Ice, non-commercial, whatever, because we was, this was still Chuck D, pushing the Public Enemy thing, this is we getting censored, the PMRC, all that. It was wild. The game was wild. You had Face them down south preaching that, Chuck them on the west and on the east, and then N.W.A. on the west saying, fuck the police, all this. So Cube is right there, we roommates. So he telling me, I'm hearing Dre and him chit chat. You know what I'm saying? And Dre putting me on the phone and keep my nigga alive. I'm like, man, your nigga cool, man. He with me and my nigga. We straight. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about it. He eating. You know what I'm saying? He eating. Don't worry about whatever the little school shit. And nigga, we heated. Nigga, he cool. So he running around Zona, me, him, and he ended up doing my first little record, the little Serving Them Well joint we did, and still in discography right now. And I just laugh about it because we was all kids then. And it was him, Wax Dog, the dude that did C.C. Peniston. He did the first joint on us, which I don't know how the hell I'm rapping on that, but it's funny. And I look back and laugh at it, but we did it. They put the plate out and everything. We were supposed to do this big shit anyway. He told me, while they was going through the city, he was like, hey, nigga, I'm going to jump ship, and I'm going to get at you on, fucking with me on this shit later. But, right now, let me go handle my business. And, I knew he was putting together the group. He hadn't told me the full name. He was just like, nigga, I'm putting together another group, whoop, and I'm probably going to come back and get you. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, stay out here, stay out of jail, get back at you. I'm like, boom. So he shook one out, left on and went back to L.A., started forming the mob. Next thing I know, he hit me. He's like, nigga, I'm in New York. I'm doing my thing, working on the album. He was telling me the names. I didn't know everybody then. I was hearing Chill. I heard Jinx. And I got them producing it. I'm like, you ain't got Dre. He like, man, I couldn't get him. Shit's wild. We had eyes with each other. I was like, oh, okay, whatever. You the man. Do your thing. And he gets to Chicago. And we had been talking on and off, and he's like, nigga, I need you to get out here, nigga, and have my back, and, nigga, join up in the group. And I'm like, all right. So I landed in L.A. He gave me the Rhyme Syndicate hat. I'm the only one in the mob with a Rhyme Syndicate hat, so I landed in Chicago with a Rhyme Syndicate beanie. Niggas laughing like, nigga, you in the mob, nigga, this ain't the Syndicate, clowning. Big shout out Ice-T and them. And just, Cube, he come from the whole, he just did all the movies and all the crap, so he was like, you know what, this where it is when we get to Chicago, I get you this, you can meet up with everybody and melt in and do what you do, and that's where I started at, big dog. He plucked me right out of Zona, straight to L.A. to Street Knowledge, from Street Knowledge straight to Chicago. Boom, I'm from there, I'm on the road with all these crazy ass motherfuckers, and we just clowning, and everybody is melting and meeting and seeing how we gonna get in and how we gotta do what we gotta do and learning each other's ways. And, cats is looking at me like, well, damn, nigga, you didn't leave from L.A. Well, which one did you come from? You from L.A., but where he get you out of and this, that, and the other. And, like, oh, when he went to school, okay, bet. Well, damn, nigga, you hustled. So I ain't saying too much about that because I'm not knowing what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, hey, my nigga plugged me out. Saw me the Street Knowledge, Pat, and everybody, whoop, this what you gonna do? Bam, shot a nigga the motherfucker Chicago. I landed in Chicago in the snow, and from the rest, the story is history. He just like, nigga, you got my back, watch this, So he put me up in Street Knowledge, like, nigga, do what you do. Well, when we was in Jonah, I had a little close spot, me and my man Phil, and we was selling all the Fila shit and all that crazy ass shit that niggas was bootlegging. We was selling everything, hustling, doing what we do. So when I got to Chicago, I'm seeing the dude that's slinging the clothes. I saw the dude in L.A. and I saw the other dude, and I'm like, this is it. And he just look at me like, you know what you got to do. And I'm like, yeah, but let me see what they doing. And so I'm looking at the stuff they doing. It's all right, but they going cheap. They're not really giving him everything he's supposed to get. And this is my nigga. So I'm like, nigga, we finna go all out with this. Fuck, you know how we get down. He like, yeah, do your thing, Threi. So I'm doing my thing, and next thing I know, I talk up to St. Ives for a motherfucking contract for merchandising. So now I'm putting the merchandising from St. Ives with Ice Cube when he was hot, when you was seeing Pooh and the mob and everybody on the West, and then at the same time we was pushing the motherfucking St. Ives gear, if y'all remember real tough. But that was me doing all that for Cube. I'm in the back doing that, and ain't really knocking out too many raps, but he's already knowing it from the record he produced, and from us going on Rap Mania doing that, and just doing little shows here and there, and they're trying to get all the way up. So he just telling me, kick back. When I do the Lynch Mob album, that's when you gonna get on there and blast and do your thing. I'm like, all right. But when the Mob album got together, he picked Bone, Shorty, and JD. My niggas, they had me come on it, but we was looking at it, and I'm like, you know what? It's really 3 verses to a song. I'm gonna fall back, mess with this merchandise. Y'all niggas get out there and do what you do. I got you. I'm going to do all the merchandising for everybody. Yo, King, you name it. Anybody I could, Quick, whoever. I was trying to do merchandise because I wanted a big-ass merchandising company. So, because I figured that's a way to employ the homies to, 1, get out of the hood, 2, get money, 3, see some other place so they can be like, you know what? I ain't finna get back home and tear the whole neighborhood up. I'm going to slow down. Fuck with 3. We finna get this money. Fuck with Q. Fuck with Chill. You know what I'm saying? Get these shirts. We gonna get moving. So my thing coming from a hustler's point of view was, I don't see no color lines. I just see green. You know what I'm saying? I'm fucking with Quick. I'm fucking with Second to None. I'm fucking with all my niggas, blue and red, because we got blue and red all around us. So I'm trying to set up a merchandising thing and at the same time, get ready for the album. We supposed to do this big push where, you know, Death Row was doing their thing too. So it was a hell of a time. It was a hell of a time to be in the game because you had to have your game up 100%. You got Pac, Snoop, Dre, and they dropping them. I mean, they just dropping hit after hit after hit. Cube was over here dropping hit after hit after hit. We watching everything to make sure shit is loved. And it was one big, like I say, short on them. If you wasn't in the game from back then, you looking at the game from an afterthought. You're not really seeing it for what it is because concerts ain't what they are now. They wasn't, you know, they nowhere near like what they was then. We come from Fresh Fest, Bud Fest, all them damn festivals, and then the radio stations got into it. They didn't care who was on it. They put everybody on there. It don't matter if Roxanne Shante mixed with an N.W.A, mixed with a 2 Live Crew, mixed with a Scarface. That's what the shows was about. And it wasn't nobody dictating what songs got to be played on the radio for 2 hours and shit. It was the DJ there. The DJ at that state was the one that picked the songs, and it was like, yo, I got this, I'm a break. Yo, I got this, I'm a break. Yo, I got that, I'm a break. And that's what it was, and that's why the music was the music. It's like just saying you knew what the Bee Gees, we didn't know the Bee Gees was really white until they did Dance Fever. You just like, damn, these cats can sing. You know what I'm saying? And so it was the same thing with rap. You didn't know what it was until they brought it to the forefront. Then you're like, oh, these cats rep this, these cats rep that. Well, at that time, you had the X-Clans, you had the high top fades, you had everything mixed in everything. And wasn't nobody, I'm not going to diss you because you got a high top fade. It just ain't what I do on the West Coast. You know what I'm saying? That's cool with you wearing the polka dots and all that. We're not mad at that. This is how we get done over here. We kind of more grimier. We got to hustle because life is a little different over here. You know what I'm saying? So that was the only thing we knew, the pub. I can't pub walking around with polka dots and shit on because in L.A., that'll get your ass knocked off. So, you know what I'm saying? You got to be walking, you know, you got to be hood straight,